And a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Roberto Hernandez Stadium for Game 2 between the USC Aiken Pacers and the Francis Marion Patriots. After the thrilling walk-off win for the Pacers in Game 1, Pacers will try to take Game 2 with Mitch Spence on the mound. Spence coming into the game with a 4.63 ERA and 0-1 record in 3 appearances and 1 start. 11.2 innings pitched, 8 hits, 10 runs, 6 earned runs, 5 walks, and 16 strikeouts, and his opponent batting average of 167. So pretty good when it comes to keeping the bats off the ball for Mitch Spence. And Pacers come into today's game with a 7-4 overall record, 6-4 at home, 1-0 on the road, and a conference record of 1-0. That one win coming last night. But I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon, this rather lovely Saturday afternoon. We are joined by a very special guest on the broadcast today, the athletic director of USC Aiken, Jim Hurley. Jim, welcome aboard.
Thanks, Marcus. Hoping today's game isn't as stressful as last night, but hoping we'll come out with a similar outcome.
Yeah, it would be nice talking to Kenny in the post game yesterday, asking him what can we do to make sure that today's game isn't such a nail biter. And he said, I don't know, we'll see what happens as we give the ball to Spence. We are about ready to start things off. Leading things off for Francis Marion is the second baseman, Brody Thomason. And first pitch misses for ball 1. In the air, center field, Bonilla trying to track it down, and he will, and makes the catch for the first out.
Looked like the wind was playing tricks with that ball a little bit because Jose, his first step was to come in. Ended up having to go back to make the play, but made an easy catch.
And it looked like for a second he might have lost it, but fortunately for him and the Pacers, he caught it just in time. A little bit of overcast as well may have hid the ball for him for a second. Next batter up for Francis Marion, Gage Taylor. He's out in left field today, starting left fielder. And goes after the first pitch, a high hopper to second. Throw to first is in time for the second out.
I think that's going to be a key for Mitch today is he's got to pound the zone, and he's gotten, quick outs, let his fielders make the play, and work ahead in the count a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully he can get out of these with not a whole lot of pitches. He started the year as a reliever, and they're trying to work him into the starting role.
He's got 3 pretty good pitches. He's got a good fastball. His cutter is really good. Good curveball, and hopefully he can mix all 3 of those today.
And going after the first pitch but fouling it off was Griffith. And Alex Griffith, the third baseman for the Patriots in today's game. And the 0-1 on its way. Ground ball to short. Rogers with the throw to first, and that's in time for a quick 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score between the Patriots and the Pacers. we are back with the bottom of the first inning about to get underway. Jose Bonilla leading it off for the Pacers, and he will face Isaac Rogers of Francis Marion. Now looking at his stat line in between innings, pretty decent numbers. The Pacers will have their work cut out for him. And the first pitch to Bonilla is low and inside for ball one.
Marcus, you mentioned Rogers. It's his fourth start, thrown 19 innings, got a 2-1 record. Pretty respectable 3.79 ERA, but he's given up 16 hits in those 19 innings, but he's also struck out 16, walked just 5. So he's a guy that'll throw a lot of strikes, and it's good to see Jose here take the first pitch and had that big hit in the 9th inning last night to get us started.
Yeah, very crucial hit in the 9th inning there when he went hitless as the game went on. Low and inside for a ball. And Bonilla hasn't had as much quality contact as he had last year. He almost hit for 400 last year, but he's already well outshone his home run total from last year of 0. He's gotten 2 on the year this year, so.
Jose's been battling back. He missed the whole fall with an injury. Suffered some minor nagging stuff already this spring. He just really hasn't been able to get himself 100% healthy and in a groove, but when he does, he's proven to be one of the best players in this league.
Oh yeah, and even without being at 100%, he's still a good quality ball player and very fast on the bases. Another ball there, 3-0 count to Bonilla, and as I say that, if you're the opposing team, you do not want Bonilla reaching base because he can move over to second in the blink of an eye. And 3-0 pitch is right down the middle. Good curveball there, works the count full. And Bonilla sends that one out into shallow center field, and that's where it will be caught for the first out.
We talked about it being a little bit overcast and what that might mean for the outfielders. Francis Marion center field took his first step back and had to come in, the opposite of what Bonilla did on his first play out there. But with the flag is blowing almost straight towards right field, probably.
Yeah, top half of this inning it was blowing out to center, so winds are shifting a little bit. But Philip Watcher comes to bat now with 1 out and nobody on. And that pitch brushes the inside corner for strike 1.
Phil coming in hitting 341. I think we all knew that he could do some things offensively. Probably been even a little bit better than the coaching staff would have expected.
Yeah, his bat has been a real shining bat for the Pacers in this early season as we have a swing and a miss for strike 2.
One of 5 Pacers in double digits already with RBIs. Phil's got 3 homers, 13 RBIs on the young season.
High and outside for a ball. Works the count to 1-2, and it's almost surprising because if you look at him, he's not that big guy that you think is a power hitter. Kind of like a guy like Niall Goings or Brian Pereira, who you see their physical stature, and they're pretty well built.
Hey, you challenge him with a fastball, he'll make you pay.
And the curveball there gets Watcher looking.
Now the scouting report is getting out.
And that will bring up Joey Smithers, one of the top hitters for the Pacers.
Smithers hitting 381, as you say, Marcus, and did not start out the year in a 3-hole, but has just been really playing well and struggled a little bit last night. But he's a very good hitter, and expect he'll get it back on track in a hurry.
And he chases after that pitch outside for strike 1. Now Smithers, who last year was mostly just a backup player, has really earned the starting role. Especially, not just in his hitting, but he's been pretty solid defensively out there in left field after playing most of his career as a backup second baseman.
And he's adjusted well in the outfield as well, and it has not affected him offensively. He leads the team in runs scored. He leads the team in hits. He's right up there in RBI and total bases. Off to a really good start here the first few weeks of the season.
Yeah, let's just hope he can keep that up as the 1-1 comes in. He goes after that one, a high fastball, swing and a miss.
That's what he was swinging at last night. He was either out in front of a curveball or he was out early on a high fastball. That was a high fastball right there from Rogers.
I kind of hope he's not getting too overly aggressive at the plate. And that's been a problem for the past couple of years with the Pacer bats is they sometimes get overly aggressive as Smithers swings and misses for the strikeout. And that will do it, a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the second, still no score. And we are back with the top of the second inning about to get underway. No score between the Patriots and the Pacers. Leading things off is the catcher, William Robbins.
Another one of those guys in Francis Marion that can really swing the bat. 316 coming into this afternoon.
Curveball just misses inside for ball one.
Leads the team in home runs with 3, too.
A dangerous hitter, you want to get out quickly. Ooh, just missed with a fastball. 2-0. That misses high. 3 balls, no strikes.
Mitch trying to work the inside of the plate on Robbins. Missing with 3 consecutive pitches.
And the 3-0. Misses inside, ball 4. Walks him on 4 straight. It's interesting that he didn't try to just go down the middle with a fastball. 99 times out of 100, that's what you'll see, but not in that case.
Yeah, it looked like he was taken all the way, regardless of what the call was, just off the plate.
So C.J. Mackinson will come to bat now, the shortstop. Runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the second inning.
Dalton Weeks moves in on the grass at third base.
Good fastball down the middle. Strike 1. And the 0-1 misses high and inside for a ball.
Mitch was very efficient in the first inning. First couple of hitters here in this inning not throwing as many strikes. There we go.
There's a good pitch there. 1-1 the count after the swing and miss. Or sorry, 1-2 the count.
He's working quickly too, isn't he? Get the ball right back from Schwarzer and hopping on the rubber.
Got him to chase one low and outside. And Mackinson sits down on strikes for the first out. So Trey Chapman comes to bat now, first baseman. And there's a runner on first with one out.
Big left-handed hitter. Watcher is shaded towards the bag at second. Big hole there with Pereira holding the runner on.
That's interesting, especially with a lefty.
Guy's hitting 341 too.
Pitch is right there for strike one. You have to wonder if they're both just looking for that double play ball.
Yep, Weeks was on the grass for last hitter. Obviously moves back now. The left-handed swinger up there.
And foul ball. 0-2.
One thing Mitch has been doing pretty consistently with each hitter is trying to work the inside of the plate. A lot of the younger pitchers don't often do that, but he feels comfortable with his stuff. And
well, as long as they don't turn on it, it usually turns out to be a good move.
just don't want to miss.
Quick check throw over to first. Robin's able to make it back. Yeah, you got to have very good control when you're doing that. Otherwise, you're going to end up pegging a hitter and giving him a free bag. The 0-2. Just missed. Good pitch, though. I'll move the count to 1-2.
Francis Marion, not a team that really runs. In 14 games, they've only attempted 10 steals. They're 8 for 10, but Robin's really not with much of a lead at first base.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Tied him up with a low and inside pitch. And that will sit Chapman down on strikes for the second out.
I think that was the cutter there. Spence has thrown that pretty consistently, right around 90, 91 miles an hour. A really difficult pitch, running in a little bit on the lefty, and another good big strikeout here.
That will bring up the DH, Josh Kent. 2 outs and a runner on first here in the second. High and outside for ball one.
Kent making just his third start. He's only had 13 at-bats in 14 games for Francis Marion. Another lefty in the lineup. They've stacked the lefties, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. 1-1. One thing I've noticed is when you tend to hit the ball out into right field, and this is not a knock on Niall Goings, you get production against this Pacer defense. Problem is you got to try to get it past Brian Pereira at first base on the ground, and he's got a great glove as there's a hopper right to Pereira, steps on the bag, and that will do it. Francis Marion leaves one stranded. Bottom of the second coming up. Still no scores. The Pacers are due to bat. And the bottom of the second inning about to get underway. Connor Durden will lead it off, the DH.
Connor coming into today, Marcus hitting .333, leads the team with 5 homers, leads the team with 15 RBI.
He is an excellent hitter for this team. I'm glad to see his bat is just he's meeting expectations, I should say, as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
I've told you I enjoy watching him hit. It's fun to watch him. It's fun to watch him in BP.
And I like the whole no batting gloves approach. Don't see that too often. The 1-0 misses high for a ball. 2-0. And the 2-0 on its way from Rogers. That falls into the strike zone. 2-1.
I thought last night in that 9th inning, Connor's at bat was really important. I'm not sure if they might have been trying to pitch around him a little bit, but got a key walk that kind of opened the door for Weeks.
And Weeks, who was struggling throughout the game offensively, had a good game defensively throughout the entire game, but came up with that big 3-run home run. And sometimes, even if you're having a bad game, but you get that one hit when it counts the most, everything's forgiven.
And this is a game, too. Even if you're not hitting, the defense makes a difference. And if you make a mistake on defense, you can make up for it on offense.
And the 3-1 on its way. Curveball misses high and outside. And Durden will draw the leadoff walk.
We talk about Durden getting the walk last night. He leads off the second here with a walk. He leads the team in bases on balls, and there's a reason why. A lot of respect for him in the box.
He's got a very good eye, and yeah, they do. They try to pitch around. They don't want to give him something that he can put that bat on. But the hero of the night last night comes up to bat, Dalton Weeks, and the first pitch is in there for strike 1.
Weeks at .311, 4 homers, 14 RBI, and hitting behind Durden gets a lot of good looks, and you can pick your poison there. One of those two guys, they're both excellent hitters.
And then right after that, you have Brian Pereira. Yeah. As I was just saying, if he turns on one, he can send it flying. That pitch misses low and away for a ball. Well, that's the thing with Pereira. They've scouted him well. When he comes up to bat, you'll watch the infield shift. Shortstop will go stand behind second base, and second base will be 10 feet out in right field.
He's been a good hitter in this league for 3 years, so.
The 1-1 turns on a high and inside fastball, misses for a strike. And the 1-2 popped up, foul territory. That's going to end up out of play. But 1 ball and 2 strikes to Weeks. Connor Durden over at first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Still no score between the Patriots and Pacers. And that one is grounded foul. Again, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Weeks ahead of that one. He'll go down on strikes for the first out.
We talked a little bit at the beginning of this game about Rogers and Spence both getting a lot of strikeouts. They'll keep the ball around the plate. Rogers has been as good as advertised so far.
That's for sure. Only 1 base runner so far, and that was on a walk, the leadoff walk to Durden. Brian Pereira coming up now with the man on first and 1 out.
Brian off to a little bit of a slow start average-wise at 273. We expect he'll get that average up in a hurry. 3 homers, 14 RBI.
First pitch to Pereira is grounded foul for strike 1.
Another one of those guys without the batting gloves that you like.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because that's what I did back in high school when I still played. I used to wear batting gloves, and then one day I forgot them, and I said, you know what, I actually like this better.
With Durden and Pereira kind of going old school that way.
I don't know if it's just a mental thing, but it makes me feel like I have more of a feel for when I hit the ball, better control over it. Another foul ball from Pereira, 0-2. But I think that's just purely psychological.
We'll have to ask Connor and Brian what their thinking is with that. Pereira takes a long look down at Michael Holder in the third base coach's box, but 8 Pacers have a stolen base. Durden is not one of them, so.
I think that's a pretty safe bet that he will not go, and I'll watch him take off. Nope. That's a diving stop at second. Throw to first is in time. Advances the runner, but great defensive play from Francis Marion.
Yeah, left his feet, short right field to knock that one down, got up and throw out Pereira, but put a good swing on it.
So runner on second for Niall Goings. Two men out here in the bottom of the second inning.
See if Niall can come up with a big 2-out hit for us here. Get us on the board first.
And first pitch to Goings, right on the outside edge for strike 1.
It looked like it might have been a little outside. I think Niall feels the same way. But if you're going to throw strikes, the umpires are going to give you some calls.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it'll work for Mitch Spence as well.
0-1. That's low and outside. Ball goes all the way to the backstop, and Durden hustles on into third on the wild pitch.
Didn't really get very far away from the catcher. But enough for Durden, alert at second, to take off as soon as he saw the ball hit the dirt.
So now a runner on third with a 1-1 count to Goings. And going back to the whole, calls of strikes, as long as it's consistent, you need to be aware of where that strike zone is for each umpire. Understatement of the year, I know, but
that's part of your first AB. You're trying to figure out. You're asking your teammates, hey, what's he throwing? What's the strike zone look like? And
2-1 on its way, and Goings sends that slowly up the middle.
Tough play at first.
Double clutch throw to first is not in time, or is it in time? No, not in time.
He's safe. Now Goings can get down the line in a hurry, and he beats out a chopper up the middle. It was a nice play up the middle, but I knew it was going to be tough to throw out somebody as fast as now Goings at first base.
So that drives in the run, and we'll see if they score. How they're going to score this. They're going to score this in E4.
I don't know if I would feel the same way about that.
I think they're looking at the double clutch that happened, and that allowed Goings to make it safely.
You got the second baseman's going away from the first base bag up the middle. He's got to stop, plant his feet, which is really what the double clutch was. He's planting his feet because Goings can run. So maybe they'll think about that a little bit. Should have been an RBI single for now there.
So run scores. It's 1-0 Pacers. Schwarzer comes up to bat for USC Aiken now. He's catching in place of Blake Bottomley. 1-0 count. Swing and a miss.
His second start of the year for Coach Kenny Thomas. Gone 2 for 4 on the year coming into today's game. Couple of singles.
The 1-1. Misses outside for a ball. 2-1.
But I do like that we're on the board first.
That's always helpful. set the pace early. The 2-1 on its way, and that's a swing and a miss from Schwarzer, 2-2.
I think it's key getting out front. Rogers holding opponents to a 222 average. Take advantage of our opportunities.
And a foul ball there from Schwarzer. And when you have pitchers that can keep your batting average down like that, it's never a fun day at the plate. So the 2-2 on its way to Schwarzer. That is low, full count.
Stopped by the catcher on that one. Not holding goings, so 3-2. He should be off here, and something in play by Chris could be very helpful.
Well, a swing and a miss, that does not help. Well, that will do it, but the Pacers score first as they lead it 1-0 going into the top of the third. And we are back, top of the third inning, about to get underway. Spence deals the first pitch. And that is in there for strike one.
Pacers stakes Mitch Spence to a 1-0 lead. Hopefully come out and have a good shutdown inning here.
Check swing, they'll say he went around. And it's quickly 0-2 to the right fielder Cox. Yeah, Stephen Cox, who is again out in right field for Francis Marion. Pitch misses low for a ball, 1-2.
Only had 4 players for Francis Marion start every game this year. He's one of them, so guy that they're counting on this year for a big season.
And the 1-2. Low and away. Ball 2 evens the count. And Francis Marion coming in with an even record of 500.
It's conference game number 2 for the Pacers. Conference game number 8 for the Patriots.
And they got started in conference play real early. And that one is sent out into shallow center field. Bonilla having to hustle to try to catch up to it, and he does to make the catch for the first out.
Long way to go for Jose Bonilla out in center field, and covered a lot of ground in a hurry. Made a nice running catch.
That is where Bonilla's speed is invaluable for something like that. Don't want to knock Smithers or Goings, but I don't think they would have been able to catch up to it in the same in time, I should say.
Yep, and his speed allows him to play a little deeper than some center fielders because he can cover ground, like we said, in a hurry.
So Patrick Jackson comes up to bat now. First pitch high and inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Ooh, good movement on that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you're used to him humping up a fastball or a cutter in the low 90s, and then he hits you with a hammer, and Jackson was frozen on that one.
Check
Got
swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. You saw it before before I did. And that will sit down Jackson on strikes for the second out.
Really impressed with the rhythm that Mitch Spence has gotten himself in here into the 3rd inning. He's got a good rhythm going. He's in tune with Schwarzer, just pounding the strike zone, and that's what we needed.
I'll bring up Thomason. Thomason 0 for 1, popped out his first time up. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
As much as we've had to go into the bullpen for some games, if we can get 5 or 6 innings out of Mitch today, it would be a big help.
That would be huge. The bullpen is probably a little tired after their last series against Mount Olive, even though that was over the weekend. 1 hopper to short. Rogers has trouble with it. Fires to first and gets it there in time for the 3rd and final out. Great defensive play by Rogers and a great way to stay with it to get that 3rd out. But we're going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pacers still up 1-0. And we are back with the bottom of the 3rd inning about to get underway of USC Aiken Baseball, presented by Willie Jewell's Barbecue. Willie Jewell's, stop on in, where every dish is served with a side of Southern hospitality, and tell 'em Pacer Sports sent you. Chandler Rogers goes after the first pitch, grounds it to second, and he will go down quickly for the first out. So that will bring us to the top of the order. Jose Bonilla back up to bat. First pitch is in there for strike one to Bonilla. The 0-1 curveball finds the strike zone, and it's 0-2. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Ball gets away. They will fire it down to first in time to get Bonilla. So that will bring up Philip Watcher. Watcher is 0 for 1. Struck out looking his first time up. First pitch is in there for strike one. Pitch misses inside. I'll leave the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses high and outside for a ball, 2-1. Other curveball also misses, 3 balls, 1 strike. That one's sent into right field. That'll be a base hit. First hit of the day for either team. And Philip Watcher's aboard with 2 outs for Joey Smithers. So Smithers, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Runner on first with 2 men down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Well, here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss from Smithers. Or a swing and a foul from Smithers. Either way, it's strike 2, and it's 1-2. And a foul ball from Smithers will keep the at-bat going. Runner goes. Ball is low and away. The throw down to second is in time. And they will pick off Philip Watcher to end the bottom of the third. And before we go into the break, I'd like to thank a couple more sponsors, including the South Carolina Education Lottery, where you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance. And Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, run by USC Aiken alumni. Stop on into Tyler's Tire and Auto for all your vehicular needs. But we're going into the top of the fourth inning. It is still a 1-0 lead for the Pacers. We'll be right back. And we are back. Gage Taylor to lead things off for Francis Marion. Taylor 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And the first pitch is low for ball one. The 1-0 fouled off. 1-1. One on its way. That one misses low for a ball 2-1. Pitch will miss high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ooh, swing and a miss. Fastball inside, works the count full. And the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him again with the same pitch. And Taylor sits down on strikes for the first out. That brings up Alex Griffith, who's 0 for 1. Grounded to short his first time up. And he goes after the first pitch and misses for strike 1. Fouled off the other way, out of play, strike 2. the 0-2 pitch from Spence. Misses low and away for ball one. Looper right at Brian Pereira, who makes the catch for the second out. So William Robbins comes up to bat. 2 outs and nobody on. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Robbins walked his first time out. And first pitch misses low and inside for ball one. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Low and away for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ooh, that finds the corner. Lower inside corner, 2-2. Misses in the dirt. Full count. Fouled off, and we will do it over. Swing and a miss. Spence gets Robbins on strikes for the third and final out. Another 1-2-3 inning. We are going to the bottom of the 4th with the Pacers leading 1-0. And we are back. Bottom of the fourth inning about to get underway. Joey Smithers will come back to bat to finish his at-bat, which was interrupted after Philip Watcher got caught stealing. And a swing and a miss on the first pitch. It's 0-1. Another swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2. Misses high and inside for a ball. Risky pitch to take, but Smithers gets the benefit of the doubt. There's a hopper to third. Going to be a tough play at first. The throw is just in time to get Smithers for the first out.
Now batting for the Pacers, number 30, designated hitter, Connor Durden.
Well, we'll bring up Connor Durden. Responsible for the only run scored in this game as he walked and came around to score. And that is a slow ground ball to first. And he will take it himself to get Durden for the second out.
Now batting, number 44, third baseman, Dalton Weeks.
Brings up Dalton Weeks. Weeks 0 for 1 today. Nobody on, and 2 men down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. Good movement there on the curve. Finds the strike zone 0-2. And a swing and a miss from Weeks. Down on 3 pitches for the third and final out. We are going to the 5th inning with the Pacers still clinging to a 1-0 lead. And we are back with the top of the 5th inning of USC Aiken baseball. Presented by Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For all your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, contact Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. CJ Mackinson will lead things off for Francis Marion against Mitch Spence, and the first pitch is inside for ball one. That one grounded slowly down the first base side, but that's going to be a foul ball. A 1-1 count to Mackinson. And Spence deals, check, swing. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Watcher with a little flip to first, and that will be good for the first out.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 47, first baseman, Trey Chapman.
Trey Chapman comes to bat now, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch misses for ball one. The 1-0. Misses outside, 2-0. Two-0 pitch will find the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a ground ball to second. Watcher with it. Throw to first in time for the second out.
Now batting, number 23, designated hitter, Josh Kent.
So Josh Kent comes to bat now, the DH. 2 men out and nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. And Kent is 0 for 1. Grounded out to first his first time up. And a curveball in there for strike 1 to start Kent off. Ooh, another good pitch. Lower part of the zone, but it's good for strike 2. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Fired down to first, and that will do it. Another 1-2-3 inning for Mitch Spence. We are going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers still leading 1-0. Brian Pereira will come to bat now. Pereira is 0 for 1 on the day. Pacers still leading 1-0 over Francis Marion as the bottom of the 5th inning gets started. And Pereira goes after the first pitch, loops it into left field, and that one will drop just foul, maybe an inch off the line, very close. Pereira was already thinking about second base on that one. It would have been perfect placement, but instead it will be 0-1. Now Pereira will dig in with an 0-1 count instead of what he thought would be a double. And a pitch from Rogers, and this time he sends it the other way, foul. A foul ball to left, a foul ball to right. Now he's going to have to send one out to center. Oh-2 misses outside for a ball, 1-2. Again outside, try to get him to chase. Pereira would not go. Evens count at 2-2. Pereira just stood there frozen as that pitch fell right back into the strike zone. He goes down looking for the first out.
Number 34, right fielder, Niall Goings.
That will bring up Niall Goings, who reached on an error and drove in the only run the Pacers have his last time up. Very close play after a double clutch at second. There was speculation on whether that should be a hit or not, but the final ruling was it was an error. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. But even if it was an error, he's got to feel good because he got the Pacers on the board. And he goes after that pitch low and away for a strike, 1-1. Misses high and inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 from Rogers. Another off-speed pitch finds the strike zone. Evens the count at 2-2. And Goings sends that one into center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Good solid single for Niall Goings, and they have a man on first with 1 out.
Now batting, number 10, catcher, Chris Schwarzer.
Chris Schwarzer comes up to bat now, struck out his first time up. Runner on first with 1 man down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Schwarzer goes after the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. The 0-1. Inside corner. Strike two. The 0-2 pitch misses outside for a ball. Moves the count to 1-2. As a slow ground ball to second, they have one play. That's at first, and they will get Schwarzer for the second out.
Now batting for the Pacers, number 2, shortstop, Chandler Rogers.
So Chandler Rogers comes up to bat now, runner on second with 2 outs. Rogers 0 for 1 today. First pitch to Rogers is in there for strike one. Just brushed the outside corner. And the 0-1 misses high to even the count at 1-1. That one right down the middle. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch misses high for a ball. 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second for number 2 Chandler Rogers, as he faces off against Isaac Rogers. Rogers versus Rogers. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that one is low, full count. A quick little meeting on the mound between pitcher and catcher. So the count is full to Chandler Rogers. Niall Goings is over on second base. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers leading the Patriots 1-0. Trying to add on a little insurance. And the 3-2. Curveball fouled off, and we will do it over. And Rogers steps off the rubber for a moment. And again, the 3-2. Round ball through the left side. They're going to wave Niall Goings home. The throw comes in. It is not in time. Niall Goings scores. Chandler Rogers heads to second on the throw. And the Pacers now lead it 2-0. And we're back. Sorry for the slight delay. Jose Bonilla is up to bat now with a 2-1 count as that pitch misses inside. A 2-1 count to Bonilla. And Rogers just steps off the mound for a moment. Pacers leading now 2-0 after the hit. It is officially called a hit by Chandler Rogers. And that one is grounded slowly, first base side. Grabbed by Rogers and flips it to first for the out, but the Pacers add another run. They lead it 2-0 as we go into the top of the sixth. And we are back with the and the first pitch misses inside for ball one. The 1-0. Right down the middle for a strike. 1-1. Misses low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Sent foul. Spoils the pitch, and we will do it over. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Cox will sit down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for Francis Marion, number 6, center fielder Patrick Jackson.
Well, Patrick Jackson will come up to bat 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. Nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning as Spence deals. And that's going to be a base hit into left field. Well, he didn't want to say anything, but that will break up the no-hitter that Mitch Spence had coming into this inning.
Now batting, number 12, second baseman, Brody Thomason.
Well, now that the first hit's out of the way, he can just settle in and keep on pitching. Thomason, the top of the order, back up. Runner on first with 1 out. Only the second base runner that Francis Marion has managed at this point. Quick check throw over to first from Spence. That pitch misses low and away for ball 1. And another check throw over to first from Spence. Now in time as Jackson dives back under it. And Spence trying to keep Jackson close to that bag. And fouled off the plate. For strike 1. So 1-1 the count to Thomason with Jackson on first. That pitch is in the dirt for a ball. 2-1. And another check throw to first, a little bit closer, but not in time as Jackson makes it in safe. There's a hopper up the middle, and that's going to be through for a base hit. Heading for third is Jackson, and trying to come into second is Thomason, and he will make it in there. Runners with 1 out. So we're going to take a short break while they talk things over on the mound and be right back. We're back. Runners on second and third with 1 out. Pacers leading 2-0 as Taylor steps up to the plate. And just before the pitch, another meeting between pitcher and catcher. The first pitch to Taylor misses inside for a ball. And the 1-0. Low and inside, ball 2. Fouled off, 2-1. And the 2-1 on its way. Curveball fouled off, 2-2. Grounded, just fouled on the first base side. Would have been big trouble had that stayed fair, and it veered foul at the last second. Two balls and 2 strikes to Taylor on second and third. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Pacers with a slim 2-0 lead on Francis Marion. And that pitch is right down the middle for the strikeout. Taylor down looking for the second out.
Number 21, third baseman, Alex Griffith.
Alex Griffith coming up to bat now. Again, runners on second and third now with 2 outs here in the 6th. Griffith 0 for 2 today. Curveball misses low for ball 1. One 0 is fouled off to even the count at 1-1. Popped up, center field. Bonilla camping out underneath it and makes the catch for the third and final out. Spence works his way into a bit of a jam, but works his way out of it and preserves the 2-0 lead as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning with the Pacers coming to bat. And we are back here in the bottom of the 6th inning of USC Aiken baseball. Game 2 between the Pacers and the Francis Marion Patriots. Pacers lead the series 1-0, lead this game 2-0, as Philip Watcher leads off, takes the first pitch, strike 1. And a good matchup between these two starting pitchers. Ground ball to first, flip to Rogers, and that's it, good for the first out.
Now batting, number 9, left fielder, Joey.
So Joey Smithers comes to bat. Smithers 0 for 2 on the day. Smithers will dig in with nobody on and 1 out here in the 6th. Foul tip, strike 1. Another foul ball, and the count is 0-2. And the 0-2 on its way. That's low and away for a ball, 1-2. Curveball, just missed high. Could have been dangerous, but there's luck out there. Evens the count at 2-2. And Smithers sends that one into the gap in left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Smithers trying for two, slipping out in the outfield. Was the center fielder, and Smithers will make it in there to second with a stand-up double.
Now batting, number 30, designated hitter, Connor Durden.
So Joey Smithers on second, Connor Durden to the plate. Durden 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Only one out here in the bottom of the sixth. Pacers trying to get a couple more insurance runs, and Connor Durden is the man to do it. First pitch, curveball misses high for ball 1. Outside, ball 2. And that's going to draw a visit to the mound, and it's going to give us time to thank our final sponsor, the Concierge Team, a real estate boutique, proud sponsor of USC Aiken Athletics. If you're ever in the need for a home in the Aiken area, contact Mike Stake at the Concierge Team. Well, there is nobody going out to the bullpen, nobody even warming up in the bullpen for Francis Marion. They're going to try to have Rogers toughen this one out. He's pitched a good game so far, only 4 hits, and we're in the 6th inning. And the meeting adjourns, and we will get back to baseball. 2-0 count to Connor Durden. Curveball misses outside, 3-0. I almost wouldn't be surprised if they're going for the intentional walk with Durden, the way he can hit the ball. And now we got a couple of guys going out to the Francis Marion pen. And the 3-0 just brushes the corner. 3-1. And Durden sends that one a mile in the air and a mile deep. That one is gone. A 2-run home run for Connor Durden. That doubles the Pacer lead. They're now up 4-0. That will bring up Dalton Weeks. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Nobody on and 1 out. And that first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Bases up now 4-0 thanks to Connor Durden's blast out to right field. And a swing and a miss from Weeks evens the count at 1-1. Low and away for a ball, 2-1. High and inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Curveball brushes the corner. Weeks thought it was ball 4. The crowd thought it was ball 4, but it will be 3-2. And the 3-2 popped up. Right side of the infield. And that one will be caught for the second out.
Now batting, number 32, first baseman,
Brian Pereira digs in now, 0-2 on the day. 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Curveball on the first pitch. Pereira goes after it, and he's going to beat the shift. That'll be a base hit for Brian Pereira.
Now batting, number 34, right fielder, Niall Goings.
So Niall Goings comes up. Goings 1 for 2, reached on an error, singled, drove in a run and came around to score. Runner on first with 2 outs for Goings. And that first pitch misses high for ball 1. Right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. And Goings fouls that one off, works the count to 1-2. This is high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch to Goings. Lined right at the shortstop, and he makes the catch for the 3rd and final out, stealing a hit away from Niall Goings to end the bottom of the 6th. But the Pacers get 2 more on the 2-run blast from Connor Durden. They lead it 4-0 going into the 7th. And we are back, top of the 7th inning, about to get underway. Pacers up by a score of 4-0. Mitch Spence still out there, and Will Robbins comes in. First pitch misses high for ball 1. He takes his head off with that pitch. Luckily it was a curveball, so Robbins had enough time to get out of the way. The 1-0. Good pitch right down the middle for strike 1. The 1-1 on its way. That misses low for a ball, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch hit in the air the other way, and that's going to end up foul out of play. Now, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Robbins. And now the 2-2 on its way. Ground ball past the diving Pereira and into right field for a base hit.
Now batting, number 16, shortstop, C.J. Mackinson.
So C.J. Mackinson comes up to bat, runner on first with nobody out. Infield looking for the double play ball. First pitch right there for strike 1. And a quick check throw over to first from Spence, just to keep him honest. Ooh! Hit him right on the rib cage. And Mackinson will head on down to first base.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 47, first baseman, Trey Chapman.
Now Trey Chapman will come up to bat. Runners on first and second now. Shores are just going out there trying to settle Spence down. Up to this point, he's pitched a very good game. Getting into trouble now, however, with 2 on and nobody out. And the first pitch to Chapman misses high and away. Shores are able to get up there and grab it in time. The count now 1-0. The 1-0. Right down the middle for a strike. 1-1. Another good pitch, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 check swing, did he go? They will say he did. And Chapman is down on strikes for the first out. A 1 man down and 2 men on. Josh Kent coming to bat now. Now we're going to have a meeting between pitcher and catcher and coach and umpire here before Kent can step up to the plate. So 1 out, runners on first and second for Kent. And first pitch missing outside for ball 1. And the 1-0. That one right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Misses low and inside, 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. There's a ground ball to second. Throw to short for 1. The throw to first will not happen as it wouldn't have been in time. So they get 1 on the fielder's choice. So Stephen Cox will come up to bat with runners on the corners. The runners on the corners, 2 outs. Cox up to bat. Pacers up 4-0 here in the top of the 7th. Pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. The 0-1. Right there for strike 2. 0-2. Ball bounces in the dirt, runner coming home. And he will score on the wild pitch. Runner on second here in the top of the 7th inning. And the one miss. Spence gets him on strikes for the third and final out. Well, Spence has managed to go 7 full innings, throwing only 97 pitches as we go into the 7th inning stretch. Pacers leading 4-1. And we are back. Fresh out of the 7th inning stretch, Pacers up by a score of 4-1. Here's Schwarzer to lead things off. Will Tax is the new pitcher for Francis Marion. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 misses low and away and goes all the way to the backstop, leaving the count at 1-1. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Outside corner for a call strike, 2-2. Fouled off, and we will do it over again. And again, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Schwarzer down on strikes for the first out. brings up Chandler Rogers with 1 out and nobody on here in the 7th. Strike 1. Sent the other way, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. A 1-out single for Rogers. That will bring us back to the top of the order. Jose Bonilla coming up to bat. But not before we have a visit to the mound. Check to see if this is going to be a pitching change, and there's the call to the bullpen. So we're going to take a short break and be right back. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Pace is up 4-1 with 1 on and 1 out. Bonilla coming to bat. And we are back. New pitcher out of the bullpen for the Patriots is Austin Roseberry, and he will face off against Jose Bonilla. Again, 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, with the Pacers leading the Patriots 4-1. And the first pitch to Bonilla is inside for ball 1. High and outside for a ball, 2-0. That pitch finds the strike zone down the middle, 2-1. And a check throw over to first. Ooh, that almost got him. Rogers able to get back just in time. And the 2-1 runner goes. Swing and a miss from Bonilla. The throw down to second is more than enough to get Rogers. So it's a 2-2 count on Bonilla. And now 2 outs. That pitch misses low to Bonilla, full count. Swing and a miss on Jose Bonilla, and he will go down on strikes for the third and final out. An unorthodox 1-2-3 inning, but a 1-2-3 inning nonetheless as we go into the top of the 8th. Pacers leading 4-1. And we are back. Patrick Jackson will lead things off against the new Pacer pitcher as Jamie Moreland comes in to relieve Mitch Spence, who had an excellent game, to say the least. First pitch from from Moreland is in there for strike one. Outside corner, strike two. Right on the outside corner, 3 pitches and 1 out here in the 8th.
Now batting for Kansas Marion, number 12, second baseman, Brody.
Brody Thomason comes up, top of the order for the Patriots. 1 man down and nobody on here in the 8th. Pitch is low for ball 1. In there for a call strike, 1-1. Ooh, that comes in and hits him right on the back. And Thomason will head on down to first. That will bring up Taylor, the left fielder.
Number 10, left fielder, Gabe Taylor.
That pitch is in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch. Oh, good pitch, but just missed the zone. 1-2. Hit high into the air in center field. Bonilla going for it and makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 21, third baseman, Alex Griffith.
And Alex Griffith will come to bat now. Runner still on first base now with 2 outs here in the 8th. Pitch is in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to chase. Griffith wouldn't bite. And it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch just misses that outside corner. 2-2. And 2-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away. And everybody's going to be safe. So runners on first and second. As Robbins comes up to bat. 2 men out here in the top of the 8th inning. Oh, first pitch just missed on Robbins. Looked like a good one from here, but Moreland unable to get the call. And the 1-0. Fouled straight back, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Misses low and inside for a ball, 2-1. Low and away, 3 balls, 1 strike. And the 3-1 pitch, low and away, ball 4, and that will load the bases.
Now batting for Francis Marion, number 16, shortstop, C.J. Mackinson.
So C.J. Mackinson comes up to bat. Bases are loaded, 2 outs, and we're going to have a visit to the mound. We're going to take a short break. And we are back. Mackinson still at the plate. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Jamie Moreland on the mound. Pacers with a 4-1 lead. And that first pitch is low for ball 1. The 1-0. Right there for strike. 1-1. Into center field and deep. Going back is Bonilla on the track, and he makes the catch for the third and final out to get out of the bases loaded jam. We are going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Pacers still up 4-1. And we enter the bottom of the 8th inning with Philip Watcher leading things off for the Pacers. They're up 4-1. And Roseberry, the pitcher, deals, which misses high for ball 1. The 1-0. Check swing. Pitch was high and inside. They'll say he went. And that evens the count at 1-1. Fouled off, out of play, 1-2. One, 2 on its way. High and inside on Watcher, 2-2. And that one is lined into right field. That's going to be a base hit for Watcher to start things off here in the 8th. That will bring up Joey Smithers. Runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a check swing from Smithers. Either he went around or it was right down the middle, but doesn't matter because it is strike 1. The 0-1. And a throw down to first. Are they going to pick him off? They do. Rogers wandered a little too far off the bag. And he will get picked off for the first out. The count is 0-2 on Joey Smithers. And that one is right down the middle. Smithers down looking for the second out.
Now batting for the Pacers, number 30, designated hitter, Connor Durden.
So Connor Durden comes up to bat. The count 0-1 to Connor Durden. And he fouls off the second pitch, 0-2. This is low and away for a ball. Curveball misses outside for a ball 2-2. Ground ball, that's going to get through for a base hit. Durden aboard with a 2-out single. So runner on first for Dalton Weeks with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. It is right down the middle for strike 1 on Dalton Weeks. Pitch right down the middle again for strike 2. Just missed outside for a ball 1-2. Low and away for a ball. 2-2. Ground ball to second. Nice diving stop. The flip too short for 1, and that's all they need. And that will end the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to the top of the 9th. Pacers trying to close it out with a 4-1 lead. And we are back. Trey Chapman to lead things off for Francis Marion as the Pacers bring in Zach Lang to try to close this one out as they lead it 4-1 in the top of the ninth. And the first pitch is in there for strike one. Swing and a miss. Tied him up on a low inside fastball. The count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off, tried to go with the same pitch, and that ended up in the Francis Marion dugout, sending them all scattering. Sent skying, but it's going to end up foul, way out of play. Actually, that almost ended up on the road near the Convocation Center. That's quite a distance for a ball to travel. But it doesn't mean anything. It was just a foul ball on an 0-2 count. High and outside for a ball, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Going in the upper outside corner and got him to go for it. Chapman down on strikes for the first out. Josh Kent will come up to bat. Nobody on and one out here in the ninth inning. Nice curveball there, finds the strike zone for strike one. High and outside for a ball, 1-1. High and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 2-1 pitch. Finds the zone, 2-2. Slow ground ball to third. Weeks has it. Fires it to first, and that's in time for the second out.
Now batting for Francis Marion, pinch hitter, number 7, Aiken.
Peyton Creech will pinch hit for Cox. First pitch is in there for strike one. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. And the 0-2 just misses outside for a ball. 1-2. High and outside for a ball, 2-2. Swing and a miss, tied him up on an inside pitch, and Lang shuts him down in order, 1-2-3, to close out the game and secure the series win as the Pacers take Game 2 by a score of 4-1 over Francis Marion. Mitch Spence pitched an incredible game today. He gets credited with the win. And the Pacers will be back in action tomorrow. And they will play Francis Marion for Game 3, and that time has moved up. It will be at 12 o'clock. The estimate first pitch probably a little bit after that, but the starting time is said to be at 12 o'clock, so stick around for that game tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us, and have a good one.